The human mind is a curious thing. It yearns for knowledge, it thirsts for adventure. And what could be more adventurous than journeying through time? Imagine witnessing historical events firsthand. Picture yourself walking with dinosaurs or conversing with ancient philosophers. The possibilities are truly endless, but time travel, like any powerful force, comes with inherent risks. What if we inadvertently alter the past? What if our actions have unforeseen consequences on the present? These are the questions that make time travel not just a scientific marvel, it is also a profound ethical dilemma. Elena Moore, a bright-eyed teenager with a thirst for knowledge, stumbled upon a dusty old journal in her grandfather's attic. This was no ordinary journal. It was filled with intricate diagrams, cryptic equations, and handwritten notes on time travel. Elena's grandfather, a once-renowned physicist, had apparently been working on a secret project before his mysterious disappearance years ago. Intrigued and a little scared, Elena dove headfirst into her grandfather's research. She was determined to unravel the mysteries he left behind. The journal was a treasure trove of scientific knowledge. It detailed the principles of temporal mechanics, the construction of a time travel device, and the potential dangers of altering the past. Elena spent weeks poring over the journal, her room transformed into a mini laboratory as she attempted to decipher her grandfather's complex equations. After months of tireless work, Elena finally cracked the code. She successfully built the time travel device according to her grandfather's instructions. It was a sleek silver pod, humming with an otherworldly energy. Her heart pounding with a mixture of excitement and trepidation, Elena stepped into the unknown. Her first destination, July 20th, 1969. Elena wanted to witness firsthand one of humanity's greatest achievements, the Apollo 11 moon landing. She materialized in a deserted alleyway just outside Mission Control in Houston, Texas. The air crackled with anticipation. People huddled around radios and televisions, their faces illuminated by the flickering screens. Elena could feel the collective hope and anxiety hanging in the air. As Neil Armstrong took one small step onto the lunar surface, Elena felt a surge of awe and wonder. She had just witnessed history in the making. The ripple effect. A seemingly insignificant change. Elated by her success, Elena decided to push the boundaries a little further. She decided to travel to 1960 to see her grandparents as young lovers. She wanted to see their love story unfold before her eyes. However, driven by a childish impulse, she intervened in a minor disagreement between them. She thought she was adding a touch of humor to the situation. She didn't realize the gravity of her actions. Elena returned to the present, her heart brimming with memories of the past. But something was amiss. The world she returned to was subtly different. It was as if a stone had been thrown into the still waters of time, creating ripples that distorted the reflection. Her childhood home was gone, her parents were strangers, her entire life as she knew it had unraveled. Panic surged through her veins as she realized the horrifying truth. Her seemingly insignificant action in the past had set off a chain of events that irrevocably altered the course of history. The butterfly effect chaos theory in action. Elena delved back into her grandfather's journals. She frantically searched for answers, for some way to undo the damage she had caused. It was then she stumbled upon a chilling entry, the butterfly effect. Her grandfather had warned about this very phenomenon, the idea that even the smallest change in the past can have catastrophic consequences on the present. He compared it to a butterfly flapping its wings in Brazil. It can ultimately cause a tornado in Texas. Time, he wrote, was a delicate web. Even the slightest tug could tear the whole fabric apart. Desperate to set things right, Elena embarked on a series of time jumps. She tried to retrace her steps and undo the changes she had caused, but with each attempt, the situation only seemed to worsen. The timeline, once familiar, had become a labyrinth of paradoxes and unintended consequences. A race against time, confronting Agent Blackwell. Elena soon discovered she wasn't alone in her temporal escapades. A mysterious organization, aware of the time travel technology, had been monitoring her every move. This organization, led by the ruthless Agent Blackwell, aimed to exploit time travel for its own nefarious purposes. Blackwell saw time as a weapon, a tool to reshape the world according to his own twisted vision. Elena found herself in a race against time. She had to outmaneuver Blackwell and his agents while simultaneously trying to repair the fractured timeline. Her journey took her to various points in history, from the bustling streets of 1920s New York to the war-torn battlefields of World War II. With each jump, the stakes grew higher, and the line between right and wrong blurred. Redemption and a lesson learned: the weight of time. The climactic showdown with Agent Blackwell took place in 1960, the very year Elena's time-traveling misadventures had begun. Blackwell, armed with a device capable of manipulating the very fabric of time, threatened to unravel history itself. But Elena, armed with her grandfather's knowledge and her own hard-won wisdom, confronted Blackwell. She challenged his distorted view of time and the responsibility that came with wielding such power. After a tense standoff, Elena managed to outwit Blackwell and neutralize his device. With the timeline hanging precariously in the balance, Elena had one chance to set things right. She returned to that fateful day in 1960 and with a heavy heart reversed her previous actions. The moment she did, she felt a ripple surge through time, a cosmic reset button being pressed. Elena returned to her own time, the present restored to its former glory. Her family, her friends, her life, everything was as it should be. Yet she carried with her the weight of her experience, the profound understanding that time was not a plaything. It was a tapestry woven from countless threads, each action, each decision, creating ripples that resonated throughout history. Time travel, she realized, was not just about witnessing the past. It was about respecting its power and understanding the delicate balance that held everything together. As we gaze upon the stars, our minds filled with wonder and ambition, we must remember this: the past is not ours to control, it is ours to learn from.